Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we are going to put together a new piece of shop equipment, and this is kind of what we're going to be working on today. It's back on the bench here. So I'll get the camera set up and we'll get on the bench here and we'll start getting this thing together. So first off, we'll go over the instruction sheet. She's pretty bad. Again, it's made in China, so the instructions are extremely poor. English is extremely poor on this thing. So I've got the parts laid out here. These are the bolts here that thread into the jack. Again, this is a transmission jack. So these are the bolts that thread into the jack, and I don't have a metric socket head screw that fits this. So the best thing to do is to take one of these mounting bolts that it comes with and do like so, and I'll be able to screw those in. So that's what you need to screw these in. You're going to need a 12 millimeter, a 14 millimeter, and a 19 millimeter. So I'll get this camera set up on the tripod, and we'll get the jack itself up on the bench, and we'll get these legs screwed to it first, and some other stuff, and then we'll get it on the ground and we'll maybe try this thing out. So the first thing we want to do is get these legs screwed onto the bottom of the jack here. And I cleaned these holes out with a tap. They were full of paint, which didn't allow these bolts to thread in very well. So these bolts just thread in like so. And then you can use your super adapted bolt you've made to screw these in. And this works really good. Yeah, if you don't have the tools, you can always kind of make your own. That works good. I can always snug these up a little bit better when I get it on the floor. I'll get my gloves on and we'll turn this around. Again, this thing weighs close to 80 pounds when it's assembled. So if you're not quite sure yourself, you might want to get a hand to help you lift it down from your bench. Oh, we'll get this back out a little bit. Here we go. Again, your special tool. Again, you probably could have gone out and found bolts, but you would have had to find metric bolts, and you probably could have done it that way with a metric bolt with a metric head on it instead of this Allen hex head. I thought I had an Allen wrench big enough in my toolbox, but no. So there. Well, that's how that goes. And then we'll put the casters on. And there's a set of casters that are just plain like this. And there's a set of casters with a lock in it. So you'll have the two lock ones on one side and the two swivel ones on the other side. This is 19 millimeter. So I don't know, can you see me there? I'll just move this like this. This is where we want the locking ones on this side. Okay, so I'm going to swing this around, and I'll put the other two casters on here, and I'll get it on the ground, and I'll show you how the rest of it goes together. So we've got it back down on the ground now, and the legs are on it, and the casters are on it. It moves around pretty good. And now we'll fit this ring here. We'll put this this ring on, and it just slides over top like so. And you got to get these bolts back in it. Again, it's you know, not the most expensive jack on the market. It came from that Jungle website, and it was freight paid to the door. It was honest, I think it was $300 with tax to the door here. You know, it's again, it's okay for the hobbyist when you're doing fuel tanks and transmissions and stuff like that, and you're not doing, you know, lots of them. If you're certainly in a shop, you know, the build quality is not like a shop one. So again, just a word of caution: if you're going to buy one of these, you know, it's for the hobbyist, and not really for a guy with a big shop that's doing this stuff day in and day out. So just a word of caution. I think it's going to work fine for what I'm going to do. I got a transmission in the car to do this year. I'm going to put in, and I'm changing the fuel tank. So this, you know, when you're by yourself, this certainly helps. And I looked around at, I got no friends that have one that's that are close. And to rent one, I couldn't even find one to rent. So that's why I bought this. I'm sure I'll find other purposes for this thing. I might be able to make adapters and stuff for it, to use it in different applications around the shop. But like I said, for what I'm doing with it, and as much as I'm going to use it, I think it's going to be fine. And it, you know, comes with a seal kit. And I'm a hydraulic guy by trade, so I've fixed many of these jacks over the years. So now we'll just drop on the top plate. I'll just run over here and pick it up. We'll get it. Well, here's the top adjustable plate. This is the top adjustable plate. And that just drops on here, like so. And I can tighten this bolt up here. Down here. Just so it doesn't come off. And again, this is a telescopic one, so it goes up 2 stages. There. And then there's the chain and lock kit. So this goes over here, right? And you can chain your transmission down to your top pad. So I'm gonna put that on. Right now I'll just leave that off. Yeah, and then down here is this is your on-off valve. So this leave it open all the time. This just closes it off. And then I'll just turn it around, lock it down, and we should have pump action here. So I won't take it all the way to the roof, but you can get the idea here how that's working. And there we go. We have a, there you go. There's your second stage. So this will be more than high enough to get up to the transmission in the car. And then when you want to release it, you'll just, like so. You'll do it gradually though, so the weight brings it down. So you can control the speed here, right? So, and when you, like I said, when you're finished with your jack, you want to leave this valve open. There. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video on my new piece of shop equipment. And I look, like I said, on getting a bit of use out of this next year, doing the transmission in the car. And not that it needs one, I'm just changing it to a 3-speed from a 2-speed. And I'm going to drop the fuel tank. I need to put a sender in it. So while I have the fuel tank out, I'm just going to put a whole new tank and sender in it and straps. So again, Chinese made 2-stage transmission jack, good for 1,300 pounds on casters. Very bad instructions, like I said. But, you know, I'm sure you guys that are gonna do work like this in your shop or mechanically inclined enough to figure out how this thing goes together without the instructions. So thanks again for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button and like the channel again. We've got close to 450 subscribers now, so you guys are helping every day to make the channel grow. And we'll talk to you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye.